as Superman and his son look over some writing in a cave they found. The two are suddenly attacked by a surviving soldier. Superman easily blocks the bullets and stops the attack, before explaining to the man how they got here. The soldier, a man named Captain Storm, calms down and tells his story. He's been stranded here for some time, desperately fighting to survive a harsh environment. He's the last survivor of the losers. Nobody else made it in this dangerous and crazy place. He's relieved to hear that they did win the Second World War, but doesn't care what year it must be from where Superman came from. He can tell just by looking at the two that his time has come and gone long ago. He does agree to help the two, but only after they do him a favor. They recover the bones found in the T-Rex skeleton, which belongs to Storm's friend, who had, up until he was lost, been the last survivor other than him. Together, they give the man's remains a proper burial. He thanks them and agrees to help find the device that brought the family here. Storm suspects that a creature holed up in some nearby swampland has taken it, and goes back to his cave to get some weapons. He's not going in there unarmed. As Storm leaves, Superman sees his son crying a short distance away. The boy is starting to get afraid that they might not be able to escape this place, and he's worried that he may never see his mom again. Superman reassures him that they will get out of this, but before they do that, there's something Clark wants to do. In the cave, John presents a wooden leg his father carved for Captain Storm. The man appreciates it and says he's ready to head out. Superman offers to fly him, but Storm has a ride of his own. They arrive to find a white gorilla with a strange robotic eye sitting on a hoard of technology. When our heroes move in, the gorilla orders his army of beasts to attack. Our heroes fight back, and when the gorilla hurls a sea mine at them, Krypto happily dives in the way, easily surviving it without damage. As Superman squares off with the gorilla, John is able to slip past them and initiate another teleportation sequence similar to the one that brought them here. As it powers up, Superman steals the gorilla's strange eye and tries to bring Storm along with them. The captain says not to worry about him, as they can't have these monsters getting back to the mainland. Besides, he's already home. In a flash, the family finds themselves back in the Fortress of Solitude, but Superman notes the robotic eye is gone. John wonders what happened and if Storm will be okay. His father replies that he doesn't know, but he promises they'll find a way back there one day. And together, they will get some answers. Hello and welcome to Comic Island. My name is Arden, and this is my recap and review of Superman number 9. So this was a fun little story overall. Wrapping up the whole escape from Dinosaur Island in only 2 issues was probably a good idea. This is a nice, simple story that never overstayed its welcome, had a really fun setting and colorful ideas, and on the whole was a nice, short Superman tale that worked for me. The art is a big selling point here, with lots of creative imagery and well-made designs on the whole. That being said, in both of these issues, I've noticed the art team does tend to make Krypto and John occasionally look really creepy in a couple of panels. It's fine, really. Most of the time the art is really great, and this rarely happens. But still, these are not the sort of faces you want to see emerge from a cornfield in the middle of the night and whisper, "You're next." I also learned a little bit of DC history from this one. Evidently, the losers are a band of soldiers, not unlike Marvel's Howling Commandos. So that's cool. I never heard of them, but it's nice to have this little reference, and I always welcome when DC makes obscure ties to the past like this. That's how you learn these things. As for the ending, well, I'm sure that's to set up content to come at a later date because I have no idea what's going on there. I'm sure we'll figure it out at some point. This is a well-written story, even though the stakes were never that high. To the extent I'm quite confident Superman and his son and dog were never technically in any real danger. They were always going to get home, and there wasn't anything that could really harm them on the island. But that's not important. The story is more about having fun, showing our characters fighting some cool stuff and doing interesting things, and that's about it. It's all it really had to be. Feels like a field trip for John more than anything else, but even then, that same depth I was talking about last issue between father and son, it's still there. Superman once again proves to be really interesting when given the father role, and even though this has a lot to do with the strength of the Superman character, a big part of this is how well Peter J. Tomasi does with writing John as a very realistic 10-year-old boy. He gets afraid, he's still learning, and has a natural curiosity to him. It makes him compelling, but also a good character. This is a kid, well, he's 10. This is what a 10-year-old's like. He has a long way to go and is bound to make a lot of mistakes along the way, just like any child. This is how you grow and learn. It's refreshing to see though, but it's really night and day when you compare John to, say another child character like Damian Wayne, who, even though they are pretty close in age, these two are completely different. Damian had a hard life which made him grow up fast and never really had a chance to be a kid. But John's only ever been a kid. I'm saying all of this and pointing all of this out because next issue is something I and many others have been expecting ever since this new Superboy was announced. And it's been something I've been looking forward to as well. Yeah, I'm pretty hyped for next issue. Let me know if you are and what you think will happen in the comments section below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep reading comics.